When we inventory bats, we need to put our mist nets out into places where we're likely to catch them. Now, bats will go in a lot of places, but we can only catch them in certain what we call flyways, so places that we know that bats are going to be flying. Trails, roads, over still water where they would be drinking. And basically we need to go into those areas and string our mist nets in a way that we're likely to capture a bat flying through that spot. Otherwise it would be, you know, finding a needle in a haystack really trying to catch these things. And they are difficult to study for sure, because it is difficult to find places where we can actually string nets and capture them.
No.
The Avodas are actually pretty good for this. They're not the squirmy little brown type.
Got it.
Yeah, so she's freshly nursed with the pup. We don't keep these bats very long. We basically process them and let them go. Okay, look at, you know what? Even without a magnifying lens, I can see she is super old. Her teeth, her canine teeth are extremely worn off. We know that bats can live over 40 years. So for this species, I mean, we can only guess that she's probably in that same range, 30 plus years. Still going strong, still having the babies, 1 baby per year. 50% mortality on pups in their first year usually. So their reproductive success is not fabulous, and which is why, of course, we're all worried that their populations won't rebound.
What is it? Oh, I think it's a hoary bat. This is my first capture of a hoary bat, and I'm just blown away. He's so beautiful.
A face that a mommy and bat biologist can love. They do, because they don't hibernate. They will literally take this tail membrane, this blanket, this hairy blanket, wrap it up around themselves like that, and hang out in cold. Yeah, so they migrate south. So they'll still have cold spells that they got to overwinter.
Why do we not have something like that?
I know, isn't that fabulous?
Evolution
because
has
it's so.
let us down.
I know, because they're so soft. What's interesting is that the Flathead Valley actually has summer habitat and all of these great deep caves, and therefore winter habitat, which means they kind of have everything they need for year-round to just stay here. But do they stay here? I mean, these are questions that we, we're just starting to understand, and hopefully we can figure out then the bats in the Flathead. Are they just year-round residents? Do they just raise their young here and then hibernate here? At what point do they mix with other bats and actually breed? That we have no idea.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
true.
we
If
just
you're
have to make
both
sure
slammed,
we've
we're
got-
in trouble. But
Just make sure we have radio contact.
for bats in particular, we know very little, and so we are starting from ground zero. We're still just going out trying to figure out what species do we have in southern British Columbia.
Silverhead.
The Flathead Valley is just it's a remote area. It's just not been studied. White nose syndrome is a fungal disease of bats. It was found in a single cave in New York in 2006, and it's just spread like wildfire since then, killing millions of bats. This could be the entry point, actually, right here in southeast British Columbia. And to be looking at this area and saying, we don't even know what bats are here, let alone how are we going to monitor the progression of this disease and its impact. So we've got a lot of work to do in a very short period of time.